Hello, and welcome back to Know It All Haven. I'm Thomas, and today we're heading straight for the skies, quite literally. Have you ever wondered what the highest mountain in Asia is, and what makes it so remarkable? Grab your hiking boots, because we're about to explore not just the giants of Asia, but the tallest mountains on our entire planet. Let's start with the champion, Mount Everest. Not only is it the highest peak in Asia, but it also reigns as the tallest mountain on Earth. Everest towers above us at a staggering 8,848 meters, or about 29,029 feet, above sea level. In recent years, newer measurements inch that number up just a bit, to 8,848.86 meters, but for most climbers and geographers, 8,848 is the magic number you'll hear again and again. Mount Everest, called Chomolungma in Tibetan, meaning Goddess Mother of the Snow, and Sagarmatha in Nepali, stands as a true natural border, separating Nepal and the Tibetan region of China. The mountain claims its spot at the heart of the Himalayas, the world's tallest and most dramatic mountain range. These colossal peaks began forming around 50 million years ago, when the Indian tectonic plate crashed into the Eurasian plate. And here's a fun, mind-bending fact. The Himalayas are still growing. That's right, these mountains rise just a bit more each year as the relentless forces inside our planet keep pushing them skyward. Let's run through the Everest essentials. Height: 8,848 meters, or about 29,029 feet above sea level. Location: in the Himalayas, on the border between Nepal and Tibet. Other names: Chomolungma and Sagarmatha. First successful ascent: May 29th, 1953. More on that in just a moment. But hold on. Mount Everest isn't alone in the realm of giants. The second highest peak in both Asia and the world is K2, also known as Chogori. K2 stretches up to 8,611 meters, or 28,251 feet, making it just 237 meters shy of Everest's record. K2 sits in the rugged Karakoram Range, straddling the border between Pakistan and China. Many mountaineers actually consider K2 to be a much more difficult and dangerous mountain to climb compared to Everest, thanks to its treacherous slopes and unpredictable weather. It's earned a fierce, almost legendary, reputation in the climbing world. Now, back to Everest's history. The first successful ascent was an event that captivated the globe, and it was achieved during an expedition led by John Hunt. On May 29, 1953, Edmund Hillary from New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay, a Nepalese Sherpa, became the first humans to stand atop the highest point on Earth. This achievement wasn't just a record-breaking ascent. It was a defining moment that inspired countless adventurers and explorers in the decades since. Today, summiting Mount Everest is the dream of climbers from every corner of the planet. Each year, especially in spring, you'll find long lines of climbers striving to reach the top, most using well-established routes from the south, in Nepal, or the north, in Tibet. Asia isn't just home to Everest and K2. 9 other mountains in Asia also rise above 8,000 meters, making up what climbers call the 8,000ers. In fact, all 14 of the world's mountains higher than 8,000 meters are in Asia, and 10 of those are right there in the Himalayas. Here are the standouts. Mount Everest in the Himalayas, Nepal and Tibet, 8,848 meters. K2 in the Karakoram, Pakistan and China, 8,611 meters. Kanchenjunga in the Himalayas, Nepal and India, 8,586 meters. Lhotse in the Himalayas, Nepal and Tibet, 8,516 meters. Makalu in the Himalayas, Nepal and Tibet, 8,485 meters. Cho Oyo in the Himalayas, Nepal and Tibet, 8,188 meters. To put things in perspective, the highest mountain in Europe is Mont Blanc at only 4,807 meters. In other words, Everest almost doubles its height. If you're wondering why these Asian mountains reach such staggering heights, it's because they are geologically young. The Himalayas and Karakoram were born from colossal collisions of tectonic plates, and that movement continues to this very day. If you ever make it to Everest Base Camp, you can actually say you're standing on growing ground because the mountain rises a few millimeters taller every year. So, let's answer our key question. The highest mountain in Asia is Mount Everest, also known as Chomolungma or Sagarmatha, standing at 8,848 meters above sea level. The Himalayas and Karakoram ranges dominate the world's highest mountains lists, firmly cementing Asia's place as the land of giants. These mighty peaks continue to inspire awe, pushing climbers to their limits and reminding all of us of nature's incredible power. But these mountains are so much more than facts and figures. They're symbols of resilience, dream chasing, and the timeless beauty of our natural world. Thanks for joining me on this lofty journey. If you enjoyed this episode and want to keep exploring the wonders of science and our planet, don't forget to subscribe to Know It All Haven. This is Thomas, and I'll see you next time, somewhere extraordinary.